It's another beautiful day in the Sussex world, and once again, the energy is radiant. There's something so powerful about witnessing how Meghan Sussex's supporters, affectionately known as squaddies, show up, stand tall, and always defend their girl no matter how loud the noise gets. This time, it wasn't Meghan herself making headlines, but one of her fans who decided to support in the most genuine, stylish, and bold way possible. It all began when a lovely lady, clearly a proud member of the Sussex squad, walked into the godmother's store, a place that's quickly becoming a favourite among Meghan admirers. With poise and joy, she browsed through the aisles, taking her time to admire every single piece from the collection. From candles that smelled like a calm afternoon in Montecito, to chic mugs and tote bags, she didn't just pick one or two items, she bought nearly everything in sight. It wasn't a casual visit. It was a full show of support, done from the heart and with purpose. Now here's the funny part. The video of her little shopping adventure started making rounds online. People could see her entering the store, smiling, paying for her items, and leaving with bags full of beautiful products. It was all positive, joyful, and very authentic. But as usual, it didn't take long before the Derangers, those obsessive haters who can't stand Meghan or anything remotely connected to her, jumped into the comments with their predictable bitterness. You would think at this point they would have learned to rest. But no, they started claiming she didn't really buy anything, that she was just window shopping. Imagine that, even with clear footage of her walking out with full bags in hand, they still tried to twist the story. The lengths they go to in order to discredit anything positive linked to Meghan Sussex is almost comical. It's like their favourite hobby is to live in denial. But our girl, the shopper, wasn't having any of it. She wasn't about to let lies spread. Later that day, she recorded another video, this time in her backyard, under the bright sun, proudly displaying every single thing she purchased. One by one, she showcased them. The candles, the cups, the accessories, all laid out neatly. She even smiled into the camera with that confident look that says, "Yes, I bought them. Now what?" And just like that, the entire narrative flipped. What was meant to be a petty attempt at mockery turned into yet another moment of triumph. Squaddies filled her comments section with love, applause, and laughing emojis. "Receipts speak louder than hate," one wrote. "We love a supportive queen who puts her money where her heart is," said another. Because that's the thing about the Sussex squad. They don't play when it comes to Meghan. These are not fans who just scroll and like. These are people who actively support. They buy, they share, they defend, they uplift. Whether Meghan is launching a new project, a lifestyle brand, a podcast, or even a small charitable cause, squaddies are always there, ready to rally, promote, and stand by her side. They've seen the years of cruelty and double standards Meghan faced, the endless headlines trying to twist her every move, the way she's been unfairly singled out for simply existing with grace and confidence. So now, every bit of support is personal. Every act of kindness toward her feels like justice. This little store moment wasn't just about a shopping spree. It symbolized something deeper. The power of solidarity. When the world tries to tear down a woman, other women rise to lift her higher. When lies circulate, truth speaks louder. When bitterness tries to overshadow kindness, love multiplies. That's the energy the Sussex squad brings every single time. And it's not only about Meghan, it's the entire mindset she represents. Independence, compassion, hard work, and dignity. She walked away from the noise, chose peace, built her life in her own way, and keeps moving forward with purpose. That inspires people, especially women who have been told to stay silent or small. And so, the squaddies reflect that spirit. They're not just defending a duchess. They're celebrating strength, individuality, and the right to live without apology. What makes this even more powerful is how Meghan's supporters are often underestimated. The Derangers think they can bully or mock them into silence, but it never works. Each time they try to throw shade, squaddies shine brighter. They respond with facts, proof, and humour. They use love as their weapon, And while haters spend hours obsessing over negativity, the squad keeps creating joy through charity drives, creative projects, and simple acts of encouragement. So when this supporter made her backyard video, it became a small but mighty victory, not just for her, but for every person who's ever been told their love for Meghan was misplaced. Because look who's laughing now. The receipts are real, the products are real, and the support is realer than ever. Meanwhile, the haters looked lost again, spinning in confusion, trying to rewrite a story that was already written in bold letters. It's the same cycle we've seen for years. Meghan does something positive, they try to tear it down, and then end up embarrassed when truth exposes them. You'd think they'd learn, but somehow they never do. But maybe that's the beauty of it. Meghan Sussex and her supporters have mastered the art of staying graceful in the middle of chaos. They don't need to fight dirty or shout back. The energy speaks for itself. When you have real support, you don't chase validation. You just keep winning quietly and let the results do the talking. There's a special bond between Meghan and the squad that's hard to explain. It's built on shared values, not just celebrity admiration. They see her as someone who has endured cruelty and still stood tall. They see a woman who refuses to let the press or public opinion define her. They see a wife, mother, and leader who keeps moving forward with kindness even when the world throws stones. And that's exactly why this moment, this small shopping clip, resonated so much. Because it was authentic. It wasn't a celebrity campaign or a PR stunt. It was a real woman supporting another woman. That's the foundation of the entire Sussex squad movement. As the video continued to spread, more fans joined in, sharing screenshots, praising her for shutting down the lies, and reminding everyone that real support doesn't need explanation. And yes, more squaddies decided to shop from the same collection. Just like that, one act of support turned into a wave of inspiration. It's almost poetic how the haters' attempts always backfire. They want to mock, but end up giving more visibility. They want to discourage, but instead fuel more loyalty. Every insult, every false headline, every petty comment only strengthens the bond between Meghan and her supporters. It's proof that love, when genuine, is unshakable. At the heart of it all is a simple truth. Meghan Sussex has never needed to prove herself to anyone. Her work, her projects, her compassion, and her calm energy speak for themselves. And the people who see that will always stand with her. So yes, the lady who walked into that store didn't just shop. She made a statement that said, "We see Meghan, we support Meghan, and we're not going anywhere." And the squaddies, they showed up as they always do, united, cheerful, and fearless. It's that kind of unwavering loyalty that keeps the Sussex brand strong. No matter how much the other side tries to spin the narrative, there's a community of real people ready to keep the truth alive. The best part? They do it with joy. No bitterness, no insults, just laughter, class, and receipts. Because when you're on the side of truth and positivity, there's nothing to defend. The evidence speaks for itself. At the end of the day, it's not about proving the haters wrong. It's about proving love right. And once again, the Sussex squad did exactly that. From a backyard full of pretty purchases to the flood of kind comments online, this moment will go down as another chapter in the never-ending story of how love always triumphs over hate. So while the Derangers are still typing angry paragraphs and rewriting imaginary stories, the squad is out there celebrating, sipping from their new mugs, lighting their candles, and smiling because they know what truly matters. Meghan Sussex inspires loyalty that money can't buy, and the people who love her reflect her grace in every way. And as for the haters, let them talk, let them guess, let them stew in their confusion, because as the squaddies have proven once again, the truth doesn't need defending when it's that obvious. Meghan Sussex remains unbothered, glowing, and forever supported by a global community that sees her, believes in her, and loves her deeply. Because at the end of the day, real queens attract real hearts.